Hey everyone, welcome back to my booktube. Today we are going to be doing a review and a discussion on this book called Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Yay! Okay, so this book is so good and I will not include the spoilers. I will let you know when the spoilers come in, but I'll give you a brief intro first about this book, my thoughts, and then I will let you know when the spoilers come in. Or you can check the timestamps down below, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna give you a brief book description from Goodreads about the book, and then I'll let you know why I got it, and so on and so forth, alright? So, what is it like living in that house? Maggie Holt is used to such questions. 25 years ago, she and her parents, Ewan and Jess, moved into Baneberry Hall, a rambling Victorian estate in the Vermont woods. They spent 3 weeks there before fleeing in the dead of the night, an ordeal Ewan later recounted in a nonfiction book called House of Horrors. His tale of ghostly happenings and encounters with malevolent spirits became a worldwide phenomenon, rivaling the Amityville Horror in popularity and skepticism. Today, Maggie is a restorer of old homes and too young to remember any of the events mentioned in her father's book. But she doesn't believe a word of it. Ghosts, after all, don't exist. When Maggie inherits Baneberry Hall after her father's death, she returns to renovate the place to prepare it for sale. But her homecoming is anything but warm. People from the past, chronicled in the House of Horrors, lurk in the shadows. And locals aren't thrilled that their small town has been made infamous thanks to Maggie's father. A place filled with relics from another era, as Maggie experiences strange occurrences straight out of her father's book, she starts to believe that what he wrote was more fact than fiction. In the latest thriller from New York Times bestseller Riley Sager, a woman returns to the house made famous by her father's best-selling horror memoir. Is this place really haunted by evil forces, as her father claimed, or are there more earthbound and dangerous secrets hidden within its walls? So yeah, that's basically the description of Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. And the reason why I purchased this book was because I was on YouTube and I was looking for good thriller books to look at. And so because I was new, I decided to watch someone on YouTube and they recommended Home Before Dark. And they said that it was similar to The Haunting of the Hill House, which I absolutely loved because that Netflix show was so good. It was really, really well done. And I think it's just better than any horror story that I've watched, okay? Better than Conjuring. And that used to be my favorite. That held the top space for me till it went downhill with the dumb Annabelle shit that happened, like the nun and stuff. That was really so gimmicky and stuff, but whole other story. So basically, I found that, this story was related to Haunting of the Hill House. So I was like, hey, you know what? Why not? I just read it because I do love it. However, it's actually way not alike, okay? It's way far-fetched. It's not like The Haunting of Hill House, okay? But I won't say any more because that will be a spoiler, right? So yeah, that's all I can say. If you are hoping for a horror story, then you're mistaken and you might waste your time reading this book because a lot of people have been reviewing this book and they've been saying that, it sucks because it's not actually horror. Okay, that's all I've got to say. Alright, so let's get started with the discussion. And something that I find really interesting about this book is that it is written in the present in Maggie's point of view, and we also have the House of Horrors, which is the horror book that was written by her father Ewan after they left Baneberry Hall. Now, if we all have read the book, okay, just spoiler alert, if you have already read the book, you should stay. If you haven't, time to get out, okay? So if you've already read the book, then we all know that the House of Horrors was all made up and it's not real. It's just a fiction. And we all understand that there's no ghost in there. It's actually a freaking criminal. It's just a crime scene, okay? It's it's a crime scene, okay? It's so damn good because for the longest time I thought I was reading a horror story and I, lo and behold, found out that it's actually a crime story, which I don't have any complaints. That is also part of my favorite genre. But a lot of people on the Goodreads were like, well, this was not what I was expecting. thing. I was expecting a horror story. That's why I said it was not similar to Haunting of the Hill House, because, you know, it's not a horror story. Unlike the Haunting of the Hill House, Unlike the Haunting of the Hill House, it's a horror story, but for Baneberry Hall, it's not. It's actually a criminal situation, okay? So basically what happened is, okay, really, if you have stayed this long, spoilers, okay? Big spoilers. So what actually happened was Maggie killed someone that night. And who did she kill? She killed Petra, quote unquote, okay? We all know she didn't kill Petra, but according to the story, she killed Petra. And actually Petra was killed by the owner of the previous house. I forgot her name. What was her name? That bitch, okay? I forgot her name because I read this book 2 weeks ago and I'm doing a review now. But that B was actually what's her name? Pennyface, right? So I thought that was just really cool, you know? And like Pennyface was actually just a lady with glasses on, and they were coming from the wardrobe because there was the secret stairs. What? And people were like just coming in and out of the house to, you know, F up with the whole family. People were like messing with them, you know. When Maggie went back to the house, we have Petra's sister, younger sister, coming back and actually messing with her and stealing stuff and selling it online, okay? And obviously Hannah confessed, and she said that there was a door behind the ivies, the crawling ivies at the house. And I was like, damn, man, holy crap. And we also had one of the guys, I forgot his name, but there was a little bit of romance there, which I was like urging for. Maybe I read too much horror that I was like, you know, fangirling at every ounce of romance that there was, okay? So I forgot what's his name, but there was some kind of romance there, and I was just like, oh my god, please hit it off. I need some romance here. But Maggie nearly killed him, okay? Because Maggie was suspicious that he was going to kill her for finding out that Petra was someone that he killed, but actually it wasn't him, okay? Actually, it was Miss Pennyface. And it was so crazy, man. And now, on top of that, like, everything is just so... Oh my god, there's so many twists and turns. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but this is my second time doing this review, and this book review, and I don't even know where to begin. Like, there's so many twists and turns. It's so interesting. And I'm so sad that Ewan had to divorce his wife, because, you know, things were really out of hand. She couldn't live with the fact that she knows Maggie had killed, you know, someone, but actually she didn't. So, okay, the father died, okay, at the end, without knowing that her daughter was innocent from the start. And it was actually Miss Pennyface coming out from the back door, climbing up the stairs, going into the wardrobe, and sneaking on Maggie. And one night when Petra and Maggie was babysitting them, she accidentally killed Petra. What? Huh. It was crazy, bruh. And who else was coming up? Petra's mom. Petra's mom was coming up. So at the start, when Maggie came back to the house to inspect the place, I was like, oh damn, you found Petra's mom in the kitchen or something? Holy shit, that was creepy, you know, actually finding an old lady there. Or like a figure, I would say, because when I was reading that and she said that she found a figure there, I was like, oh my god, it's actually gonna be a ghost story. But actually it was a real person. So I was like, oh my god, what is this old lady doing in the dark in an abandoned house for no reason that is haunted? Especially written by the House of Horrors, because at the start I didn't know it was, you know, a criminal scene or something. But yeah, it was insane. And like, she was there because she kept coming through the back door. And yeah, they actually should have asked how she got in there, but they didn't. And it was insane. It was so good. There's so many plot twists. My mind is like racing everywhere, trying to like pull into, you know, bits and pieces of what I want to let you know, because I have so much to say, but I don't know how to say it. It's like so... It's all over the place. Okay, I didn't have the time to mull over this. I just decided to go with it. But yeah, So yeah, Maggie was innocent all along, and I'm so sad that she almost killed that guy. He did. So basically, how he died was there was actually this hole in the middle that connects to the top stairs. So they were like chasing each other, and he fell because it was dark. Okay, so the reason why he was chasing her was because he was trying to convince her that he wasn't the killer of Petra. But at that point, I was like, oh my god, you dumb boy, don't be so scary, right? Why not? If you are innocent, just calm down, say, okay, take me to the police and I'll explain everything, right? But I too understand that maybe he would be afraid because he could be framed for something like this, right? But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, but he nearly died. He fell down to the kitchen floor. So like the first floor is called the what room? Violet, not Violet, I think it's called, I forgot what room it was. It was the daughter of William, I can't remember the names. William, shit, I forgot. I'm so sorry, guys. But it's her daughter's room. She fell down to the kitchen floor. He had some fractures. The police came, got him away, and then we found out that he was innocent, and they almost had it off. The both of them, okay, they were like so cute together, and then they broke up because of, you know, I mean, they were never together, but they broke up the connection, I would say. And it was like, oh man, I was like craving for some romance. And then, boom, gone. It was all gone. And I'm just like, oh. And yeah, obviously, we also have Maggie texting her mom, like, you know, being a little bit defiant and saying, oh, I'm at the house, by the way. So everything kicked off because her mom wanted to buy the house from her, which scared, like, I'm not scared her, but made her a little suspicious. Like, why are you wanting to sell the house when, you know, you can't even, like, sell it to her mom? Like, why would you want to buy it? Because, you know, no one's gonna, you won't get any profit from it, is what I'm trying to say. You know, you won't get any profit from buying this house, you know. So she felt like she was ostracized from the truth, okay? Her parents were hiding it, everything, because they thought that her daughter was a criminal, you know? So she tried to hide everything, you know? And actually, her mom could have avoided all of this if she just told the police that her daughter accidentally killed Petra. Because she was young, you know? But their parents didn't do that. They covered it up. And at that time, I was also thinking the same, you know. Actually, she wouldn't be in a criminal, like, jail cell or anything because she's still young. And it was an accident, clearly. So, I wouldn't be so, like, worried that my daughter would be in prison or an actual prison. Maybe in somewhere taken somewhere away, but not for long, right? It wouldn't be anything serious. And the police said, yeah, it wouldn't be anything serious either. Like, it was an accident. And she should have done that because they would have actually found out that the killer was Miss Pennyface. And Miss Pennyface was coming into the house because she wanted to see her daughter, as in Maggie's face. So because her daughter died, in the house as well, because her husband, all three of them lived there, okay? Miss Pennyface had a daughter and a husband. They all lived there, but her husband decided to murder his daughter for no reason, okay? There's no ghost there, okay? So there's no ghost there, there's no possession, so he just went nuts. That's all I could say. I really thought it was going to be a ghost situation, but from what we know, the house of story was totally fiction, so he was just nuts, right? He killed himself. He killed his daughter and himself. And Miss Pennyface was really upset, obviously, so she came back to the house to look at Maggie through the wardrobe. That's why Maggie, when she was young, she was like, oh my god, I'm so afraid of Miss Pennyface in the wardrobe. And I can't remember who, either Miss Pennyface or the Petra's mom said, you're gonna die here, and actually whispered into her ear that was something real. And I feel like she was just trying to warn her of Miss Pennyface maybe creeping on her like a weirdo. So, also what had kicked it off was Petra found Miss Pennyface lurking in the house, okay? And said, hey, you're not supposed to be here, you're trespassing, why are you here? And I think in shock, Miss Pennyface pushed Petra down the stairs and framed Maggie for it, and she fled, right? So, that is basically the whole premise of the story. There was no ghosts, other than the fiction story, which was kind of interesting. I guess they give you a little bit of a horror through that fiction, but it's not actually anything realistic, I would say, like tied to the real world of Maggie. It's just a made up story, okay? And yeah, basically it was just a whole complicated criminal story that started years back, okay? and if only their mom had tell the truth, mom and dad, okay, if only they both had tell the truth, then things would have been settled. So yeah, that is all for this discussion or review that I have. Let me know, give me your thoughts and feedbacks, and I would love to hear what you want to say about this book, like your review or your feedback. I'm really curious what people think. I've been reading the Goodreads and the reviews of people on YouTube. So yeah, let me know what you think. And currently right now I'm reading a book called The Moonlight Child. That will be next week's video. And I've actually read this book called No Exit a few weeks back. Before I decided to make this booktube, I've been reading some books. So I might do a review on that if I don't finish my Moonlight Child, because I'm trying to read it in 1 week. So if I don't finish that up, I will do a review on No Exit. So basically that's another criminal thriller. And I'm also going to be reading Malibu Rising. I don't know why I felt really interested in reading that book. I know it's kind of romance, right? But hey, I think I'm dying for some romance. And the last book that I'm reading is called, I think, When She Disappeared or something. It's a thriller that I'm using. So I found out that I could use this thing called Libby to borrow books, and I don't have to buy books, which was so mind-blowing. So I could just read them. And best part, it sends to my Kindle. So I was like, at first I was like, oh my god, I can borrow books, but I have to read it on my iPad. I can't read it on my Kindle. And then I realized that I actually can read it on my Kindle. I was like, yes! So I have free books now. But that depends. Some of the orders aren't there, but it's okay. You know, I'll buy the ones that are not there. But I'm just really glad I could save some money so I can buy more books in the future. Yes! Okay. So yeah, I'm so excited to, give you more reviews. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!